My name is Jen Scott Mobley, and it is my pleasure to present the Jane Chambers Award for Excellence in Feminist Playwriting, which recognizes plays and performance texts created by women and genderqueer writers that present a feminist perspective and contain significant opportunities for female performers. I'm proud to announce that the 2020 Jane Chambers Award goes to Pauline David Sax for her play, How We Survived. The final round judges were very moved by this play and appreciated the lyrical storytelling, the deft handling of memory, and the tenderly drawn characters. Judges commended the intergenerational representation of strong female characters taking ownership of their respective stories and the way in which feminism connects to ongoing human rights and immigration issues. The feminism in How We Survive shines through the fluid structure that imbricates past and presence and the audacity and the strength of the female characters. The power of the onstage mother-daughter relationship is poignant and well animated with lovely nuances, and the storytelling is dramaturgically elegant. Congratulations, Pauline David Sax.
Thank you. It's an honor to have my play, How We Survived, selected to win the Jane Chambers Prize. How We Survived was inspired by a book of the same name written by one of my grandmothers, a German Jew who managed to escape to the United States in 1938, along with her husband and infant son, my father. My grandmother wrote that for years she had assumed that Jews who left Germany before Kristallnacht could not be considered survivors, but that after decades of trying to forget the past, she decided in her 70s to write her story in order to, in her words, remember how it felt to be uprooted, to go through traumas of emigration, to resettle, and later to feel survivor's guilt. Her book is about survival, yet central to the book are the stories of those who could not survive. Decades after escaping Germany, both my grandmother's husband, my paternal grandfather, and her father, my great-grandfather, took their own lives. I found myself wondering what it was about my grandmother that allowed her to carry on when her husband and father could not. And I found myself wondering whether some of it, at least, was the same thing that allowed her to write a book chronicling so much trauma and death and call it How We Survived. My How We Survived is, in its essence, a play about the power of storytelling. The play I wrote, inspired by my grandmother's book, is a play about telling your story as a way to survive and surviving to tell that story. Freda's story in the play gets passed from grandmother to mother to daughter. It also becomes a bridge connecting her with others who have, in different times and places, experienced their own trauma of emigration, resettlement, and survivor's guilt. I'm moved by the fact that this play resonated with the readers of the Jane Chambers Prize and delighted to be able to share it with the ATHA community through an online reading. I'd like to thank everyone associated with the Jane Chambers contest, particularly co-coordinators Jen Scott Mobley and Maya Roth of the Women in Theater program, as well as the 20 readers who read the submitted scripts, and everyone else at the Women in Theater program and ATHA who made this award possible. It's an honor to have my work acknowledged in this way, and also to be in the company of the other 9 talented playwrights who have been recognized this year: Ray Binstock, Steph Del Rosso, Val Dunn, Morgan Gould, Catherine Collar, Jenny Grace Macomb, Lara Miller, Winter Miller, and Rachel Luann Strayer. In particular, I'd like to single out Winter Miller, who provided feedback on an early draft of How We Survived. I urge you to read and produce her excellent play, Spare Rib. Finally, some very personal thanks. I'm a second career playwright. I wrote my first play 5 years ago after almost 2 decades as a middle school educator. It's taken a big leap of faith to see myself as a writer with stories worth telling, and I couldn't have done it without the support and encouragement of my family and friends. Thank you especially to my husband, Adam, my kids, Kylie and Sadie, my parents, my brother, my dear friend, Marge, and the amazing women of my writing group: Coulter, Nicole, Danica, Flynn, Rose, Catherine, Ananda, and Heather.